The following is a presentation of Playfly Sports Properties.
Man, I got it my hand in my bag.
Buckeyes and trying to turn to the goal line. Puts the football over.
Cause man, I got it swag. Man, I got it swag. My hand
Hands to Gaffney.
He stopped him. He stopped him.
You know I'm popping tags.
Bad snap. Bobble. Scooped up. Here come the Spartans. Down the sideline. Racing into the end zone.
He hits it. He hits it. He did it.
This is Sparta!
Well, welcome back to This is Sparta, podcast show live atop of the Graduate Hotel rooftop bar, the Rock Bar. I'm your host, Jason Strayhorn, with my co-host, Jehuu Caulcrick. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing? Great view, great scenery. Big shout out to the Rock Bar for hosting us.
Oh, yeah, man. This is a great venue, great place. Be sure to come here anytime you're in East Lansing. Stop by to get a cocktail, adult, or, a soda pop. Whatever you would like here at the Graduate Hotel up top of the Rock Bar here in East Lansing.
And really good food as well.
Oh, man. Beautiful rooms, too. We're going to talk a little bit now about the other fall sports, other sports in Michigan State. Volleyball.
Yeah.
Which is a sport that, Jehuu is very, he's a former volleyball player, right?
Yeah, I played volleyball in high school, all tournament team.
All tournament.
All tournament team. It was that little break at the end of basketball season, right before track season.
Yeah.
We had that month long for boys volleyball back in Clymer, New York, so.
New York, huh? So you were a little springy, huh? You can get off the ground a little bit?
I had a couple little bunny here and there.
He likes to talk about, he had a 37-inch vertical in the NFL Combine. Now that, for those at home, that's pretty doggone good. Mm-hmm. All right, so volleyball with new head coach Leah Johnson has this team rolling this year, starting off at 6-0 for the first time since 2012.
Yeah, great start for the women's volleyball team. They made the move from Jenison Fieldhouse this year to playing in the Breslin now. The capability for more fans, a lot more excitement. I wonder what it's going to be, because Jenison, I went to a volleyball match or two back in my day at college, and Jenison was a cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like the fans are right on top of you. So I wonder how that's going to change, and the noise level and everything in volleyball, because volleyball plays off a lot of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So and the momentum and swings and everything. So it'll be really cool for them. I'm really excited that the fact that they're off to a 6-0 start. Hopefully they can make a run and continue to make a deep run into the NCAAs.
Yeah, a lot of history here at Michigan State in volleyball. A lot of great teams. Let's see if this team can get over the hump and get a Big Ten championship, or even go further into the national tournament. Had a record-breaking performance of 17 service aces against in a Division I game, the most they've had since 1983. So we're looking forward to what new head coach Leah Johnson brings to the table for MSU volleyball. Now we'll go over to field hockey.
Yeah.
Field hockey with Coach Helen has field hockey right now 3-0 when they opened up with a nice win over number 21 American. And they went on the road to California, played UC Davis, had some more quality wins. Right now, as we said, sitting 3-1. They lost a heartbreaker this weekend to Stanford, losing in the penalty shootout 1-0.
Yeah, it's good. It's really cool and really good to see field hockey coming back. I know when I was here, we hung out with a lot of the field hockey players. They were very successful. They won the national title a couple times back in the day, and so I'm just excited. Hopefully it's a trend in the right direction, and they're going the right places, can bring in good recruits and continue to build on the program.
Yeah, we want to continue to give love to all MSU sports, especially the women's sports. Sometimes get overlooked, but we are not overlooking any sport here. At This is Sparta, we're talking about the whole family. The family is in Spartan Nation, and we will talk about you no matter what you do, win, lose, or draw. We're in your corner. Moving on to men's soccer, where you have head coach Damon Rinsing. They had a stellar performance last week, against Akron, who was 14th ranked, but fell 2-0 at First Energy Stadium on Monday night.
Yeah, big lights, big stadium, playing where the Cleveland Browns play, playing in an NFL stadium. I always throw this back. I played volleyball. I got my start in soccer.
Did you?
Yeah, being a kid from Africa.
Yeah.
That's all I played. I didn't start playing football till the 9th grade.
Okay.
And the only reason I started playing football is because I went to such a small school, graduated with 26 kids in my graduating class.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's small.
Yeah, and we didn't have a soccer team, so I had to go over and play.
So you were mad they didn't have soccer, so you had to put this freaking helmet on, huh?
Play armor on, and I remember when I first told my family I was playing football, they were like, "That's not football, that's handball. You get to hold the ball, do this." So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I still hold a record for Little League soccer, fastest goal scored, 13 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
13 seconds? I mean, those fields aren't small.
No, I had jets back then.
They should have used you on the jet sweep here then. Call up John L. What's going on, John L? Use him as the jet sweep guy instead of that power guy scoring all those touchdowns for the green and white. But we're definitely looking forward to what's going to happen with Michigan State men's soccer. Right now, sitting at 1-3, losing to Akron, who still is 4-0 this season. We're going to continue to follow MSU men's soccer as the season progresses to see how things go for Damon Rincey, head coach, and company. Going on to the women's soccer team, where you have head coach Jeff Hostler. Gave the number 11 team in the nation all they could handle. Now they're back to DeMartin on Thursday, September 8th. This is coming up against the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Right.
OU, oh yeah, baby.
OU, oh yeah.
OU, oh yeah. Yeah, it'll be a good matchup. The women's team, they're off to a hot start, with that 4-1-1 record. So hopefully they can continue the momentum and go in as they continue to build on that and go into Big Ten play.
Yeah.
And they have potential to come out with a Big Ten championship this year.
That's right. We'll be looking forward to MSU women's soccer to see what they can do this season as well. Moving on to what's going on. Some teams that are out of season but making some headlines right now. And we're going to go shift gears to MSU hockey, where new head coach Adam Nightingale is just making a lot of waves on the recruiting trail right now, flipping a goalie who was committed to Michigan. This is a goaltender, Trey Augustine, that was called up last year to the 18 unders by Nightingale as a 17-year-old. Just decommitted from Michigan about 24 hours ago, and now is committed to the green and white.
Yeah, the hockey team had a big recruiting weekend this past Friday night before the football game. So
did you see any of those guys?
Yeah, went hung out with them. Some of the guys that the Zach McCallan, know him very well. Good friends with Drew Miller and those guys. We got to hang out a little bit there. They were making hot dogs and giving away hot dogs, and I did see a bunch of recruits going through the Munn area there. But that's what's going to start happening now. Coach Nightingale is going to start bringing those, big-time recruits there. Munn's got a new facelift. The arena looks beautiful. It's a great facility.
Futuristic.
Michigan State, they've won national titles here in hockey, so it's not going to be anything new. He's going to come and build that program. And what's happening now, he has the support of the alumni. A lot of those guys are starting to come back and be integral part of the programs. And if you're a recruit coming in and you're seeing guys that you see play in the NHL back on campus, hanging out, that's a good cry saying this is a family atmosphere and I want to be a part of it.
Very similar to what's been going on with Tom Izzo's crew in the Breslin Center with MSU basketball, bringing a lot of NBA talent back throughout the off season and the regular season when they have time to spend time with those guys on campus, which bodes well for recruiting. And then we shift gears over to MSU baseball and head coach Jake Boss just doing something wonderful, huh, Jehuu?
Yeah, doing good for the community. If you're a student athlete, you always say you're more than an athlete, you always want to give back to the community. So this September 14th, the MSU baseball team will be playing a friendly game featuring athletes from MSU and the Miracle League of Mid-Michigan, teaming to raise funds to improve playing surface and other field improvements alongside children with disability. The Miracle League of Mid-Michigan, September 14th at 6 p.m. at DeWitt Baseball Fields. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, that's really something that's cool. The kids can really get a lot out of it, and the athletes. You know, as an athlete, as a former athlete, I enjoyed, doing these types of things.
Once an athlete, always an athlete.
that is true. But, I enjoyed doing these types of things. I enjoyed going out to the community and being a part of the community. So, for yourself as well, because, at one point in time, you were, one of those kids looking up to an athlete. Yeah. And also, too, you want the community to know you're more than a jersey number running up and down the field, court, ice, whatever you play on. So that's really something good. And I think MSU does a lot of good things with giving back to the community for their athletes.
Yeah, humanizes the athletes, and it gives them an opportunity to give back. I know head coach, football coach Mel Tucker teamed up with Drew Stanton, I believe, to do a Special Olympics.
Yeah, Drew Stanton's High Five Foundation. Every year they do the Special Olympics, and this was the first year that it was combined. Coach Tucker and Drew combined it, and
the Lansing Golf Club.
Yeah, and it's something great. Those two powers come together for a good cause, draw more attention to the cause that they're trying to raise more money, and hopefully, all these athletes and all these kids can, find some light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, special people, and it's a special time in a very special place here in East Lansing as we sit atop of the Graduate Hotel at the Rooftop Rock Bar here in East Lansing. Be sure to come by here anytime you are in East Lansing. It's a great place. And this is going to wrap up the episode for This is Sparta. For Jehuu Caulcrick, I'm Jason Strayhorn. And next time we'll see you. Have a good night. God bless. And go green.
Go white.